Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I've got Star-Lord T'Challa gameplay. Now, before we get too far with this, I am going to pull his orbs here. I didn't do that in my red. I usually do that in the Red Star video. So you're going to have to bear with me for a second. We're going to pull the T'Challa orbs, see how high of a T'Challa we can get here. Hopefully it's big enough to get a better one to test. I'd hate to be stuck at the 3 stars that I'm at now. I feel like that makes it way more fun if we get a bigger one. Then you can get a better sense of how he does, although I imagine most folks are going to end up with him at 3 or 4 stars. Let's see. Okay, at 10. This is not bad. 6. Not good. Oh, getting brutal pulls. It just sure works a lot better, Scopely, if you give me 180 pull. Just saying. This goes to show you guys, this is getting the offers not always a great thing. This is better than buying them, 30 shards at a time or whatever they sell them at, 50 shards. But it's not much better. Wow. This is bad. Oof. Getting only purples on the sides, not in the middle. Not very good. But we got enough to get him up to 4 stars. All right, that's good. We will rank him up there. All right. That helps. All right, I'm going to talk through now. I'm going to talk through T4 and ISO for him. And we'll start with that. and then I'm going to give you my initial impressions. Guys, I'm going to come out with a Ravagers T4 infographic, just like I did for Web Warriors. That was just out yesterday. But this is sort of my initial impression. So if you make investment space just on my initial impressions, then you're in trouble. All right. So for the passive, this is if you're going to use them in war, this is a no-brainer. It's an absolute must-have. I will say, my first take on the character, we're going to do some gameplay here in a minute. We're going to be testing him out in Doom Raid. We're going to test him out in War Practice mode. We're going to test him out in Arena. We'll have a lot of fun with the character. My take on this character, based on how he performed in the test server and my initial impressions of him, is that I think he's going to be very, very, very important, even standalone in War. Not as important in raids. But we'll go over it. So if you want to use him in war offense, and I think you should try to get the shards for him, even if you don't plan to upgrade the entire team, just for him standalone in war. I think he's that important. You're going to want this one, but it's war only. This here, just nice to have in my opinion, unless, it's going to be much more important if you're using him on the team where the whole team's going to have a ton of positive effects. In raids, not as important. Only single target damage other than the copying of the positive effects. This is an absolute must-have in my opinion. Stealing 2 ability energy is what this character is basically all about. I mean, he does high single target damage, but then he puts blind on a character and then he steals up to 2 ability energy if he lands the blind. That's a big if. More on that later. So this is an absolute must-have, about as essential as it needs to be. And then this is, I guess, I put in the nice-to-have category. 140% damage single target. And now you may wonder, why do I have him as a skirmisher? He does have, I'm just going to show you on the stat table at msf.gg. He does have, if you go and you sort by damage, he has second highest damage, or tied for the highest damage in the game. So very high damage. However, focus is just okay. Now, I will say that with a lot of characters, a focus in this range is fine to go without skirmisher. For example, Spider-Man, I've suggested just put him as Raider because he gets so much damage on that team with Raider. And the reason I do that is because if he doesn't land a defense down or something, whatever, okay? Not the end of the world. I mean, he might miss a 1 stun out of 10, but, that's not a big deal because the damage offsets that. But for T'Challa, in my opinion, the whole character is about landing the blind and stealing the ability energy. I mean, otherwise he's just a single target damager, which is of limited value. And so to me, this is what makes the character special. You got to land it. So I think you need to do skirmisher for the 50% boost in focus, okay, that Skirmisher gives. So I think that is completely worth doing. Now, I will say that if you have this character like 7 red stars or something huge that you think focus is not an issue for you, you can run a Mist Striker. But one thing you have to keep in mind is that if you're running the full team, Ravager Boomer is going to always assist non-minion Ravagers on war offense. And so you're going to want to have either Boomer as a skirmisher and Yondu and Star-Lord as strikers, or the other way around, which is how I have it here. So he's going to affect, the ISO you choose for him is going to affect the ISO you have for Yondu and Ravager Boomer if you're going to run a full team. All right, so let's get started here. What we're going to do now, we've got him there. We're going to go right to Doom Raid. I think that's what people want to see the most, so we're going to do that right now. And I'm going to go to Doom, and I'm going to be a bad lane mate. I'm supposed to float here and hit everything. I'm supposed to hit these areas first. We're going to go right into the tech section and see how he does in tech. Let's test this out. So the team I usually run in the tech section is this one. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not 100% sold on this character. I think that it's unclear to me that he's going to be better than, let's say, Lady Deathstrike, but we're going to try it out. But I think that's who he's got to replace on this team. I'm very skeptical of this character going without Shuri because he's pretty squishy. He dies pretty easily, and I think without defense up, and which Shuri gives right away, 50% damage reduction, I think he's going to get rolled. So I think we're going to keep him with Shuri. That's what we're going to do. Give it a try. All right, let's see. I probably should have put him next to Doc Ock just so he got some deflex there. Okay. All right, so you can see he's already in a pretty bad spot. I usually have already had Lady Deathstrike put bleeds on everyone by now. So here's part of the problem here. You don't really care whether Drax steals ability energy, right? So one of the issues here is while I would ordinarily love to steal ability energy, we're not going to do it here because we need to deal with Drax first. Now the good news is that we're going to be able to do this here. Oh, crap. He's stuck beyond a taunt again. Just very bad timing. I do not care about stealing ability energy from Beast. But what I do want to show you here, for right now, we're going to do this here on Bishop. All right. And we're going to... Okay, I want to show you what he does that's really good. So what do I like about him? Here you go right here. I think that T'Challa is the number one counter to Silver Surfer in the game. I think he's going to absolutely counter Silver Surfer, but you notice there, even as skirmisher, he did not land the blind. Okay? So right now, I'm going to put him in underwhelming category. Now, obviously, guys, he's going to be better at a higher red star, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I never lose this with Lady Deathstrike on my team, ever. And I'm in a way better spot with Lady Deathstrike on my team. He's already dead. Okay, this is not very good. This is a bad result. And what I'm going to do is, instead of quitting this battle, I'm going to force quit. And I'm going to show you how the team does with Lady Deathstrike, just to give you a sense that I think that, obviously if you are Whale and you end up with a 7 yellow, 6 red T'Challa, great. But I got to say, he's not, then I think he will make a difference. But I will just say, guys, if you're just a usual player, you got like a 3 or 4 star T'Challa. I don't think he's gonna blow it up for you in these notes because he's got to land his blind and ability energy steal for him to be worth anything, and he's just a single target damager. He's high single target damage, but that's really all it is for raids. So what we're going to do, we'll tell you what. Okay, I'm being told people want to see him in a different position. They think it's I'm getting from my chat, I'm getting told I'm not being fair to T'Challa. You know, people want to make us work. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think he is because I've tested him a lot in the test server. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Here, we'll do it this way because we want people. This is, we'll test it out here. We'll do one more test, and then we'll run it with Lady Deathstrike. Well, I got to tell you, so some people in the chat are telling me, well, wait, he should take Shuri's place in the team. I'm going to tell you right now, this guy's going to die in one turn without Shuri. The only reason that the team tends to die without Shuri there, but without 50% damage reduction, this team, Tyler T'Challa is going to last maybe one turn. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He's barely lasting with the damage reduction. I'm just being real with you. Okay, that's a perfect opening there. Okay, so now we'll do that. We'll copy the defense up. It didn't really work. Okay, see how he barely lived? Even with the defense up and the deflex from Shuri? Barely lived. Okay, so now we'll be able to do this. Now he can do his thing for... Okay, so now we're good. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to try again to focus on Surfer. I think anything you could do to make life more difficult for Silver Surfer in this node is a good thing. All right, this should make this node trivial. I'm not going to use this here because there's no point. I mean, Surfer's going to be dead anyway. So now we're stuck behind a taunt again. One of the problems of this ability. Okay. All right. As you can see, this is... I got to tell you guys, I mean, we've had some very good RNG here, but T'Challa has not really contributed anything. So we can watch him try to do it here. Let's see if he lands the blind. He did. All right, so that's nice. What means we won't get it for the next one. So what we'll do here is we're gonna... Brutal. We'll use him on the next node. We're not going to... Now, obviously, we're comparing, to be clear, we're comparing right now a 4 red character to 7 yellow characters and so forth. But, you know, we'll see. Sort of what I thought. I mean, I've tested it quite a bit in the test server. All right. Well, it's fine. Obviously, he does copy. You know, one thing I should say, I misstated a minute ago, he does copy buffs from allies, not the enemy. That's what I get for unlocking a character and then immediately running him. All right, we'll do this again. We'll just run it with him again. Let's see how he does. If he dies, then we'll try to rerun the same node with Lady Deathstrike, and you can see the difference. All right, that defense up matters so much more than you think. It's the reason that I use Shuri. All right, so now, who do we want to steal ability energy from? I'm thinking Captain Sam. So that's, but the problem is, boy, Captain Sam is not going to land on him. We could steal it from Doctor Strange and then ignore him. Man. Well, the problem with Captain Sam, we're going to try. I'm going to show you right now. This is going to fail. See, resist. This is why you need a Miss Skirmisher, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I just doing that to just show you the issue. It's why you kind of have to have Miss Skirmisher, because now he's just like a kind of a subpar single target damager on a team without that steal. You can see, by the way, see how he's in the yellow already, even with defense up. All right, that was just a mistake. That was a misplay. What we'll do, we'll force quit and start over. And one thing you should just know, I do that because my team comes back fully healed, and the cooldowns aren't reset. Yeah, now Captain Sam does resist almost everything, so that was a foolish move. I was doing it more to teach everybody a lesson, because folks in my chat were like, Captain Sam. I just want to show you that, particularly if you're not like a super Kraken or Whale who's got like a 7-star T'Challa. Like, to me, what I've achieved here, a 4-star T'Challa is probably like a realistic free-to-play target. I don't know. We don't, it depends on how good of a blitzer you are, how big of a roster you have, and whatever. So, given that, you're probably going to have him at 4 stars, like, you have to, I think, pick and choose your targets. Like, even if you have him as Skirmisher, he's not going to be, he's not going to be landing the blinds on everybody. Okay, so we'll do this again. We'll try. You'll use this ability on somebody else this time. All right, let's try this again. All right. There we go. All right. So now he did not get the ability energy from Shuri, so we will just, let's see. We'll just go after Doctor Strange. All right. Okay. We won't do the flip here. We'll do this. See if we can get the deflect to land. It resisted. Now I think we're still. We got defense down, so we'll try this. Let's see if this works with defense down. I think it still won't. Yep, I was right. But it just, this is helping you guys to see why I'm not like 100% sold on him in Doom Raid. I think, like, it's an interesting thought, but it's sort of a one-trick pony. And to me, Lady Deathstrike by now would have been rewinding turn meter and putting lots of slows out there. Or not lots of slows, excuse me, putting a lot of bleeds out there. And I think she would have contributed more. And she's way easier to keep alive because when she gets low, she gets the death proofs and everything else. Okay, we got Doc Ock is gone. Now you may say, well, wait, Philosopher, why not just get rid of Doc Ock? To me, Doc Ock is like the 3rd best character on the team. That's just my opinion. I think Doc Ock is really good in these nodes. You see how much work Shuri is doing as well. An underrated character. Obviously, this is a very big Shuri, one of the biggest in the game, I'm sure. So, obviously that has your mileage may vary. When I had her at Gear Tier 14, she wasn't performing nearly as well. All right, we're going to do that. And then we're going to, let's quit out. There we go. Yeah, I think, to me, I like Doc Ock a lot more than I think a lot of you do. People are telling me Lady Deathstrike's better. I disagree by a good margin, actually. I think Doc Ock is far more valuable, but we'll we'll do this anyway. Yeah, I know that people are going to try to make T'Challa work for raids, and I know right now for some of you that's what the game's all about. So you're like, if he's not a raid character, I don't care. I care about him elsewhere, so I'm going to still talk about him elsewhere. But I think he's really a very, very important war character. That's what he is. And if you want something more than that, I think you're going to be a little disappointed. All right. I screwed up there by not targeting rescue. That's just silly mistake. Okay. And it doesn't, I don't think it'll matter that much here. But yeah, I just think T'Challa, I mean, I tested him quite a bit on the test server, so I already kind of knew what my thoughts were on him. You know, to me, he's just, as a raid character for the most part, he's just a guy to single target damage, and like the value of that isn't great. So you could see Lady Deathstrike, I mean, what she brings to the table is huge. What I like about Doc Ock, you know, to the extent you're like, well, wait, what about, why are you saying Doc Ock is better? Well, Doc Ock provides you a summon that, you know, gets a lot of the AI's attention. That is worth more than you think. I think the deflex he provides, the regens and all that are very nice, and he's just incredibly survivable. So I really like him. And I understand I may be alone on that one, but I do. Yeah, I'm not really sold on him. I just think, to me, I just think, I understand some of you are saying, well, he's 4 red stars and some of these other characters aren't. Yeah, but I got to tell you guys, I ran Lady Deathstrike in here at 4 red stars and she did much better. I know I've done enough testing that I can kind of know at this point, and I'm not sold there. So in Arena, so the issue is in Arena, he actually has some value in Arena. We can try to toss him in my team for the lulz. Because here, he's not that important. But I will just show you, the problem's going to be his focus. But I'll just show you. I mean, he does have some value. Where are you? There we go. He's a little small, obviously. But I'm just going to show you, and then we're going to go right to war. We'll go right to war practice mode, because I think that's where he's going to shine. Okay, I really do. So okay, let's just let them. He'll do his initial Icarus thing, and I think it should res. Okay, there we go. So the value should be. Now, obviously, the rest of the characters are going to carry. But let's just see something here for a minute. All right. Well, maybe it won't matter. Yeah, I don't know. All right, whatever. All right, I can't really show anything here that's important. My thought process was that he would shut down a certain character. Let's quit out of this. Let's go to war practice mode. I just don't have my characters are too big to show off what he can do. All right, let's go. Oh, I don't have a war practice mode. I have actual war. All right. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to upgrade the team on the fly, and we're going to try them out in war. We're going to do it. We're going to do it because this is for science. All right, we'll just upgrade. Do we have enough? We're going to open some gold orbs. We're going to do it for science. There we go. This open 10 thing is like one of the best innovations they've had in this game in quite a while, don't you think? There we go. All right. All right, we're gonna we'll upgrade these other characters. Hopefully I've got enough stuff to do it. We do. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. All right. I think this team, even at my level war, at gear tier 14, will have some value. Okay. And then we'll do this team, this guy here. Okay, girls tier 13. And then gear tier 14. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a preliminary look at T4s for the team. I'm going to do this in more detail in another video. But let's look here. I think this one is pretty much you want that for sure. This is a nice to have. We'll see if we have enough T4s to do it. This is a luxury for Yandu. Wow, that's really nice. That's a really nice to have. That's also a nice. It seems like a luxury. This one you need to have always summon. Well, I think just for the consistency, I'm going to do it. Okay, that's not important. I think we already did that one. And then what do we got here? We got Ravager Stitcher. Regen for 2 turns. Was this max health just to him? Let's see here. What do we got? 2 turn defense up. I like that. Versus 1. And apply defense up to the entire team. Yeah, that stuff, that's more important than you think. And I don't care enough about disrupted. And then, all right, do we want to do any of these? I think we'll do this. All right, we did it. We got our team. It's a little low, but we're going to have fun. It's a little low for my level of war, but we're going to have some fun with it, okay? Let's go in here and find a war attack. We did it. Let's go in for science. Let's find something small enough to try. So I'm just going to tell you right now. So this is not a serious workout. We're just having fun. We leave this up to make it a little bit more competitive and give them some opportunity to compete. But what I will just say, if you look at a team, what do I think he's going to be good at? The reason I'm very excited about T'Challa in War is I really think he's going to shut down. I'm trying to find. I'm not going to attack these. Okay, we're just to show you. I think he's going to really shut down Silver Surfer. I think he's going to be the best counter to Silver Surfer in the game. Now, obviously, right now, I'll just show you. My Ravager team is going to be way too small to be worth anything. Okay, so we're not, we're going to have, for example, I think it would probably be, we'll have Yandu, T'Challa, Boomer, Bruiser, Stitcher, and then I will save this. I don't think that I would ever risk, especially since he's so small, going up against this massive Silver Surfer. Okay, he's probably going to just get resisted. But I think similarly, you could imagine similar results for Doom as well. So let's just see. Let's see if there's something here that we can take on that I feel good about. Okay, these teams are too small. This team is too difficult, but I think We certainly could probably beat this team. So that's our first one found. All right, so let's just see if there's anything that we're more excited about. I just think Doom, I'm a little concerned if he resists, it's just going to go badly. We're not going to see him in action. Just seeing if there's anything else that we're excited about. I don't think Axemen. It's a little too big, 900K. So let's just see. I'm just going to see if there's something else that works that I definitely feel good about. I mean, what do I think in the end? I mean, I've tested this team out, and I've shown it on old videos. I guess we could also use them on the Uncanny team. So do we want to try them on the Uncanny team? We could do that as well. Do we want Uncanny or do we want Ultron? I feel like the Ultron team is more interesting because you could shut down Ultron, right? With the ability energy, or shut down Minerva. I think this is more interesting. Let's just do this and try to take energy away from Ultron, see if we can make it happen. And then we'll see how the team does with the 7 Red Star Ghosts. I don't think this is a guarantee at all. We'll see. I don't know. 70K punch up. We've got Disrupt to start. That's going to be brutal. Oh, I don't like that about this for this team. Is there something? I just don't see a better option. I think we're going to just have to try it with Ultron. I don't know if we're going to win or not because I think the 7 Red Stars on Ghosts is going to be tough. Let's just see. Let's see if we can do it. I'm very concerned about Ghost. I don't like Disrupt because it's a team that relies on buffs. So this, it is what it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's just see if we can steal Ultron's stuff here. Oh, I did it. Oh, we did it. Okay. Well, Ultron's screwed. Have fun basicking, Ultron. That's great. Okay, I like that. Okay, this is great. All right, let's summon. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, copy positive effects. Let's do that. Okay, well, that's fine. And then here, steal health from the primary target. Let's just attack. Okay. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit easier than I thought. This rewinds the speed bar, so let's do that here. Yeah, I mean, Ultron's never going to take a turn. I actually don't. Yeah, I think we'll just do this so Ghost doesn't even take a turn. Now Ultron's back. All right, let's just see if we can kill Ultron, but then we're going to have to deal with Minerva. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, this team is really good. Turns out this team's a lot better than that team. Okay, so maybe I should have picked a tougher target, but this is kind of a difficult war for that. So we can't try practice mode because we have an ongoing war. All right, this team's pretty good. I mean, I expect this team to be better than the Uncanny with Magic, and that team is already pretty good. So, all right, this team's great. Well, I think this is going to be more of a war character. So, if to me, this is a character where I don't even think now, like right now, we don't have a Doom. We don't have a tech team. All right now for Doom. We just have this like random assortment of mishmash, right? And I don't even think T'Challa quite makes the tech team there. I mean, maybe you want to use him instead of Shuri or Lady Deathstrike or Doc Ock. You go ahead and do that. He's not going to make my raid team. Okay. Now maybe if you're bringing him to DD5 and you have your small Shuri or something, I totally get it. But for me, it's not going to do it. But I think in war he's going to be very special, and I think he's going to be special for purposes of shutting down a character like Silver Surfer or Doom, something like that. I think he's going to also be very, very valuable for on the team. Obviously, he makes that entire Ravager team work. So I think he's going to have some real value from that perspective. Let's go in. I'm going to go into Blitz now. We'll look at his animations, and then we'll be on our way out here. Actually, let's Yeah, let's do that here. And I will see if I can. What I'll do is I will see if we can. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so now who do we want to steal ability energy from? I think from Minerva. And I didn't even, oh geez. The whole purpose of this was to show you guys the animations. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can at least show you one of them, and then we'll show you the, okay, let's see this animation. That's pretty cool. All right, and then here's his basic. Okay, wait. I didn't show that in time, so we'll do this again. All right, let's try this one more time. And then we will wrap this up. All right, and then we'll just see. We want to see this. Okay. I don't know if that's his kill animation or what. I think it looked like a lot like the last one. The problem is just he's bigger, and this is a low tier in war. All right, let's quickly get to his next turn. Okay, let's try here. Oh, it's very cool. Overall, very cool. I'm definitely impressed with the art department as usual. All right, guys, so this is, like I said, Scarlet T'Challa as far as I'm concerned. Going to be very impactful in war, standalone against Surfer, probably the best Surfer counter out there. Going to be great against other characters as well, Doom and so forth. You saw him shut down Ultron a minute ago. Not probably going to make my raid team. You could throw him in there and raise, but he's really just a placeholder. I don't think he's going to be important there. Maybe in a very specific instance where you want to bring him in just to get in an ability steal, but boy, you better have a big T'Challa because he doesn't have high enough focus even with Skirmisher. So I think all in all, a very, very cool, versatile standalone war character, a very cool team, but that's all it is for right now. I'd say more of a war character than anything else, but a very cool standalone character with some interesting functionality that could be valuable in other game modes in the future, particularly if you have him at very high stars and thus have the focus you need to land that blind and get that ability energy steal. All right, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you got comments or questions, leave them below. If you're mad or happy, you can put it all in the comments. I'll read them. If not, go to the Discord and check out our great conversations. There are lots of theory crafting discussions and so forth. That's linked below. You can also check out my Twitch stream, which is linked below. And if you want to support this channel, please use the link below to purchase Amazon coins to use to get MSF offers. That is the best way to support the work we do.